What's up, motherfoxers? Yes, this is Funky Stangs. This is an older video. A subscriber requested it, and I thought it was a good video to re-put out there, so enjoy it. What's up, motherfoxers, and welcome back to Funky 5-0. We are going to put our floor lighting in the car now. But yeah, I'm going to put floor lighting in this car. It had it before, and when I tore the dash out, it just didn't survive, you know, being moved around. But fortunately, the wiring is still in the car, so this should be pretty simple. I got plenty of LED lighting. It's going to be blue light, like, you know, the cup holder and stuff, but when I bought it like a couple of years ago, it was like 15 feet of it for like $8 on eBay, and I don't know what they are now. It's probably more expensive thanks to Brandon, but it's waterproof. For as cheap as it is, I'm surprised how nice it is. It's actually waterproof. It's got like a little bit of waterproofing over it, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to put these probes on. I'll show you. There's this wiring, little wiring harness you can attach to it, as opposed to trying to solder wires onto these little copper leads. So, but yeah, let's get going on this. I'll show you what I got out in the car, and then show you the stuff that I got to do this with. All right, as for lights, guys, this is what we're working with here. This was like 15 feet of these for like $8 on eBay. These things are actually pretty stout, man. So they're waterproof, so there's like a dome over these, and these are what I use to attach to them, because these are cuttable. So if you look on here and you see these two dots, well, the 4 dots, you cut in between that, and then there's one length. You don't need too many of these underneath the floor area. I think I may have had them probably about that long. But yeah, you gotta, the only problem is these are so well made, actually, being cheap as they are, that when you cut this, you actually have to take a razor blade and slice it in sideways this way to get these probes that are in this clip here to touch those little leads to get it to work. So, like I said, these are blue lights that are going to go underneath the floor area. So I don't remember what I was doing the last time I had these hooked up. I have no idea. But I am going to go ahead and test and make sure that thing is hooked, because these things sometimes don't get hooked up right. So you got to test them and make sure they're going to work. So I'm going to go out there and touch these on the battery, make sure that's working. If it's working, well, then we're just going to go ahead and clip whatever length I need. There's only one place you can stick these underneath the driver's side, and that is the mount to the steering wheel. That's the one place I found. Of course, you know, clean it very, very well with alcohol, and then these will stick right to it, and they'll stay there. And then the other place, I think, was, unfortunately, was on the glove box with the bottom of it. So, and they stay there pretty well. It just, like I said, when I pulled the dash out of the car, these things just kind of fell off, and no big deal. We're going to stick another set of these on here and get going. Yeah, man, all you gotta do is cut these with scissors right there at those 4 little dots. And like I said, put a razor blade and knife it in there and just stick the probes in. Let me show you the probe. So basically, you open these up right there, and you slide. They fit right inside that slot right there, and you just gotta make sure they're hitting those 2 probes. What this does, and once you get it in there, you have to push it over and clip it. What this does is it saves you the trouble of soldering them on there, you know, because it can be pretty tedious and kind of hot trying to solder them on those little tiny copper pieces right there. So these things actually work pretty good. And there you go, guys. Blue light, blue light, blue light. So that's actually pretty secure. So we're gonna go ahead and snip this off because we don't need it, and then we'll start to get them hooked up. Now the beauty about this whole thing is this stuff's already wired. So what I did was I wired these lights, like I said in the Black Cherry Bomb video. These lights are wired into the dimmer switch, okay? So they come on and off every time you turn the dome light on. So that means when you open the doors, the lights come on. When you close the doors, they go off. Okay, so you turn the dome light on, the floor lights come on. That's what I want them to do. So, and the wiring should be hooked up inside here. And this has been pulled out here so many times it's easy to get out. I recommend this if you guys got stuff that hasn't been pulled out as many times as this has. So, but see, that's my amp stuff. So let me look in here, guys. I know it's in here somewhere, and we'll get it sorted out. We'll just have to pull them out. There's the ground to them right there. But we'll just pull them out, and all I gotta do is just hook the lights up to it and be done with it. Same thing with the other side. The wires are just hanging out over there. Alright guys, I made this more difficult than I needed to, but I remember what I did this time. I got the positive wire here going to the dimmer switch / dome light, and then I got the ground here. I'm looking for the ends of them, and I realized, dummy, you tapped into those with posi taps. So all I gotta do is put the light up there and then run the wire to these and posi tap them, and it's done. The other ones, I gotta run the wires to the pieces that are over there. Alright guys, if you can see, right there is where I'm gonna put these lights. Right on this bracket here for the steering column. So you can see there's still some glue on there. I'm probably have to scrape that off there. Clean it with some alcohol, and maybe use some adhesion promoter. That stuff works awesome. And I'll probably never get them off there again, but that's okay. And then of course I'll tap into these two wires right here, my posi taps. And I just gotta figure out the length I need here and cut it and get this prepared. Alright guys, there you go. This is the driver's side. Of course it's a little shorter just because that's the only space I have on the bracket. The only other thing that's going to trip you up if you do this is that right there. You got to make room for this to be in line on that bracket. This one is going up underneath where the glove box gets screwed into. That's the only place over there you can put it. There's no screws in the way or anything. Again, this is going to trip you up. So I'm going to put a piece of one-sided tape on the back side of this and try to set it inside this little groove that's in here, so it's like recessed, and it'll stick up in there. Otherwise this thing's gonna be hanging, it's gonna be pulling on this, you know, and it could potentially, you know, pull the whole thing down. But like I said, I'm gonna use some adhesion promoter, and we're gonna make sure these suckers stick on there. And yeah, let me get to putting this thing in here. Dude, this is I'm not gonna lie to you, these things are cool, but it is a little tedious. It really is, especially when you have these waterproofed ones. If you can see that little dome type, I don't know what's in focus here, but it's yeah, it's really well made, but you gotta probe those little copper leads there, which is really hard. You gotta take a I'll take a little razor blade and put it in there. There is a plus and a minus on these things. They do show you on there if you can see it. So this side is the negative side and this side is the positive side. So you can see it down the little dots there. So let me go ahead and get those stuck in there. Let's take this razor blade. You gotta kind of cut into these things right here. So this sucks. And you got to make sure they touch them leads, and then you got to cut this stuff off, else it won't snap down. So I did get it off. Let's see if I can. It's a crapshoot, dude. You cut that a little bit and you try to get it in there. If it doesn't work, then you got to go back at it again. And then what we got here? Positive is on this side, so I did that the way I wanted to. Didn't really check that before I did it, but I got lucky. So those things are gonna push right in there. Just gotta really work it, man. And then after you get all this done and snapped on there, you gotta take it out to the battery, make sure they're working, kind of, you know, shake them around, make sure they're not gonna, you know, the connections are gonna come undone. They look like they're on there, but sometimes I've done that and they're not connected, so and they look like they're connected, so I'll snap this thing. Sometimes you gotta take a pair of pliers and close that, but it looks like it closed on me. All right, let me take that out to the car and see if it is connected. All right, everybody. I don't know what it is. I got this thing for Velcro lately. I'm gonna stick that up in there, and it's just easier. I mean, you try to take a piece of two-sided tape and peel it off and stick it up. When you're pulling it down, you could pull the adhesive off of this as you're trying. You know, it's like, why don't you just solve the problem by putting a couple of pieces of Velcro and you just stick it up there and it's done. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go clean everything off and get it ready to stick this stuff on. All right, guys, we got them in there, and there they are, sticking right up there. Velcro is working pretty damn good. And here is the other side. I got a little bit of too much length on it. I'm gonna have to cut that, which is no big deal. Just cut it down a little bit. And Velcro is sticking. And yeah, pretty good. Got the wires out of the way. Just gotta put the kick panel back on. All set, and we'll give you a look at these in the dark. All right, guys, there you go. Look at that. Doesn't that look killer? Yeah. Pretty cool. Little cup holder light going on there. Hell yeah, man. She's all ready. All right. All right, guys, there you go. Yeah, LEDs in my car. So people are probably going, oh my God, dude, really? Whatever, I like it, so there. But it looks pretty cool, man. Yeah, it's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty neat, but it's not like underglow on your car. Not that that's a bad thing. Some people like that. You think I should do that? Think I should do that? That stuff's waterproof. Eh. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Later.